Steve Gamache here with another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review, and what we're looking at this time is the Ikeda Aogami Super Damascus Gyuto 210mm knife. This is a really cool knife. The core steel is Aogami or blue paper super reactive high carbon steel from Hitachi. Heat treats about 62 Rockwell on that. These are done by hand, so that's an approximation. The construction is a multi-layered Damascus finished iron, reactive iron cladding over either side of that core steel, so it's an all-reactive blade. But we'll get a close-up look, but they've got a great kind of subtle frosted finish to it, and a really nice hand-chiseled kanji on the left side of the blade. This is just a really elegant, real pretty blade. It's got a unique finish on it. The weight on this knife, these are light. These are thin blades, kind of laser-style blades. So this one is 140 grams or 4.9 ounces. Each one of these knives will be a little bit different because they're handmade, but this particular one is 216 millimeters on the edge from the tip to the chin or the back of the heel, about 8.5 inches. Overall length, about 14.3 inches. These are thin overall knives, especially at the edge. They can be a little thicker coming out of the handle, but then they thin down really quick and have an awesome distal taper. This particular one's about 2.8 millimeters right about here above the chin, and as I said, it thins down off of that. We'll get a close-up look at it, but the tip is really skinny on these knives, and boy, do they go through stuff. The blade height is pretty generous, 47.7 on this one to almost 48. Again, these can vary a little bit. And you've got a very comfortable curve here for your finger for a pinch grip. These are just kind of really well oriented around a pinch grip and very, very comfortable. The balance point on this particular one, again, the blade is thin, it's light, but your balance point's right about there. So it's a little bit behind a pinch grip. Very light, nimble feel in hand. The handle type is a well-done octagonal ambidextrous rosewood handle with a black packawood ferrule. And the circumference on this one is about 72, 73 millimeters right here where the ferrule and the main wood meet, and about a little under 3 inches. As I said, the grind on these is really great. These are kind of laser style knives and laser performers. Really nice fit and finish. Let's get a close-up look. Let me flip it over here so we can get a beauty shot. Isn't that cool? So great kanji on here. It really stands out. You can feel it, the raised edges on it from the chiseling. You can see that great frosted finish on that subtle Damascus layering, and then you can see the core steel peeking through at the edge there. This is just a really pretty blade. Fit and finish, as I mentioned, is excellent on the spine, and I've got a couple little nicks and marks up here, but I don't think that's a big deal personally, but they've got a nicely rounded spine and smoothed out, as well as the choil. Sorry, I'm trying to get my lighting here. Back of the blade called the choil into the neck, very comfortably smoothed over, so it's just really nice. The out-of-the-box edge was okay, maybe 4 or 5 out of 10. Nothing special. The grind is basically a 50-50 grind, and it's beautifully convex. There's not really a hard shoulder or anything on it. You can pretty much just see that where it comes in with the layering here of the grind, and just really smoothly kind of thins down to the edge. And these are quite thin at the edge. Edge bevel is pretty darn small on this because it's very thin. I'd say it's about a 50-50 edge. See if I can get our camera to do its thing here. But anyway, skinny at the edge. Here is a close-up of the spine thickness, and you can see skinny, really skinny at the tip. That does give you a little flex to the blade. It's not a particularly stiff blade, especially at the tip. So this is not going to like want to be a monster heavy squash cutter. I'd say it's got a little bit more of a precise, I don't know if I'd say delicate, but more of a precision feel to it. Very light, very nimble. Great core steel. This is all reactive, and they can be a little reactive till they settle down. I have the 240 version of this knife, and it takes a nice subtle patina and really hasn't been over that reactive. But every knife can be just a little different because they're all handmade and, you know, treated a little differently. So, but just a beautiful knife. Let's see, look at it on a cutting board. These have a great profile on them. Again, this is a laser, folks. I always feel like I should do the Mike Myers thing, laser, because they are. So here is your cutting board profile, and just real nice. Very smooth, a little bit of flat towards the heel. Not a lot, but just a beautiful smooth profile. You're not going to rock real high on this. The nose is a little bit further down, or the tip, but just super smooth. I'd say this is a good all-around profile for many different styles. It's not a pure chopper, but you can rock over medium stuff. It's just a really nice, very smooth profile. These knives have really good grinds to them. It's not easy to grind a thin knife like that, and they've taken the time to do that and do the finish work on it. So, beautifully crafted knife. These are, if you're looking for a laser that's really interesting, and it is all reactive, but just these are just such cool knives. So there you have the Ikeda Aogami Super Damascus Gyuto, the 210mm version.